It's the end of the first month of the semester, and with winter break still out of reach, you need somewhere to go to relax.
A spa has been opened in the Waverly Health Center in the last few years. WTV8's Danny Householder got the full experience in this week's Cedar Valley Focus.
Waverly citizens searching for some relaxation need to look no further than their local hospital. Waverly Health Center opened a spa for medical use to the public in 2008. Marketing specialist Augusta Sires says that the hospital noticed an absence of medical spas in the Waverly community and felt it would be helpful to have one in their own building.
The main goal of the spa is it really fits in with our Plane Tree initiative. We're a Plane Tree designated hospital, and through that we're able to offer a bunch of different and very unique integrative therapies.
Though the main attraction is massages, the spa at the Waverly Health Center also offers laser hair removal, skincare treatment, and they sell a variety of retail products.
The Waverly Health Center Spa has a large collection of Glow Minerals makeup and other facial care for home use. The center also provides services such as laser vein therapy, microdermabrasion, and Botox. However, Sires says that the multitude of treatment options is not the only reason the spa has been host to so many visitors.
The atmosphere is everything. You'll obviously notice that there's warm colors, a bunch of nature decorations and that kind of stuff. That also fits in with our Plane Tree philosophy. If you look at the Centennial Pavilion, it's all about a home-like feeling, a warm feeling.
Reporting for WTV8 News, I'm Danny Householder.
Spa treatments range from $30 for makeup lessons to over $2,300 for back hair removal. All the spa's services are available by appointment.
Students were warned in an email this past week that flu cases are up on campus. Noah Health Clinic says they have seen an increase in the number of patients coming in with the influenza symptoms. Some of these symptoms include fever, chills, body aches, and sore throat. If you have any of these symptoms, you are to go to your room immediately. Once there, fill out a form that can be found on the Wartburg webpage. This tells the Student Life Office that there is another case of flu on campus. Noah Health Clinic is advising students to stay in their room until 24 hours after they have gotten over the flu. Flu shots are still available by appointment at the clinic.
That's all the time we have for Health Watch. Let's turn over to Shelby Granath for a look at what's coming up in sports.
Coming up in sports, the men's and women's basketball teams hit the hardwood, and the wrestling team put their conference dual winning streak on the line. Stay tuned. Sports is next. Welcome back to WTV8 News. Last Saturday, the #1 ranked Wrestling Knights ventured to Indianola for the conference duels held at Simpson College. The first team having faced the Knights was the Storm of Simpson. Wartburg had no problem manhandling Simpson, winning 49-0. Byron Tate won by fall, and Tommy Maroka, Nathan Vasky, and Carrington Banks all came ahead by technical fall. With that win, the Knights moved on to face the #5 ranked Cohawks from Co. Maroka won by fall, and Byron Tate and Carrington Banks each won by major decisions. Heavyweight John Helgerson then finished the Cohawks off with a pin. With that big win, Wartburg finished off the day with a matchup against the University of Dubuque. John Helgerson and Byron Tate each came up with big wins with a technical fall and a major decision respectively, giving the Knights a victory. The Knights received their 150th straight conference duel with that victory. The Knights will finish off their duel season with the Battle of the Bergs as they head to Augsburg on Friday. The Central Dutch traveled to Waverly last Wednesday to challenge the Knights in roundball. The women were up first, so let's roll those highlights. Sam Harrington gets things going for the Knights with 2 3-pointers, giving the Knights a quick 11-2 lead. Kelsey Schuring then drains a 3 of her own for the Dutch. Maddie Sadecki pulls up and sinks her second 3 of the night here. Then Haley Brillard adds 3 more points for the Dutch. Knights up by 11 at halftime. Out of the half, Harrington dishes off to Carly Jacobs for the 3. Then Harrington nails 2 more trays of her own. Laura Hempen adds a few more points for the Knights here, and the Dutch will fall in this one 77-52. Sam Harrington had 12 points in the victory, which increased her total on Wartburg's all-time scoring list, where she is currently 9th with 1,151 points. The Knights then traveled to Cornell on Saturday to take on the Rams. With less than 4 minutes left in the game, the Knights were down 52-49, but the Knights didn't feel the pressure as they would go ahead and score 11 more points for the victory. Harrington topped the scoring charts for the Knights with 13. Freshman Carly Jacobs ended the day with 12 points and 5 rebounds. On Wednesday, Wartburg heads north to face their rival, the Luther Norse. The women weren't the only ones with games last week. The first matchup for the men was last Wednesday against Central. Cole Danielson comes out looking hot as he drains 2 3-pointers, giving the Knights an early 14-2 lead. Central doesn't stay quiet for long when a very open Jordan Cruz nails the 3 points. Despite an early lead, the Knights trailed at halftime. Danielson quickly adds 3 points here, but then DeMarco Turner will connect from beyond the arc. Eddie Deemer says no way on the Dutch offense here, and then Jordan Sadoff shows off with this dunk. Central starts to run away with the game after this layup, and the Knights will fall 66-57. Cole Danielson came up with his 10th consecutive double-digit scoring game with 23 points. Last Saturday, the men knew they needed to come up with a big win against the Rams. Thanks to the tremendous effort from Jordan Sadoff, who had 29 points and 11 rebounds, the Knights were able to defeat the Rams 81-76. Cole Danielson scored in double digits for the Knights with 18 points, and Kirk Seide had 12 points. The men will follow the women to face the dreaded Norse on Wednesday. The track team was at home this past weekend for the Lutheran Triangular. All the fun began on Friday night, and the excitement continued on Saturday. The women received 9 titles, 6 of them being good enough to provisionally qualify them for the national meet. The women finished in first place, and the men earned second place overall. Freshman Jonas Alusame won the high jump and the long jump, which automatically qualified him for the NCAA national meet. Both teams compete at home this weekend in the Wartburg Indoor Select.
So, Shelby, kind of have to ask, Super Bowl coming up and everything, what is your prediction?
My prediction is, even though Aaron Rodgers has had a tremendous postseason for the Packers, I think the Steelers are still going to come ahead in this one. I think they'll handle the Packers pretty easily.
Any exact score?
I'd say 54-21 Steelers.
Interesting. Thanks, Shelby.
Thanks, Shelby. Still to come, we'll tell you about one Wartburg student's life-changing summer.
Stay tuned. One Wartburg student presented her summer's work with Water for Life Nigeria this past Friday. This was a part of the Waverly Philosophical and Literary Society meeting. Chikema Wana and recent grad Zira Banu teamed up to install a borehole well for the Umanenchi village in Nigeria. The well provides water for all members of the village as well as people passing through. The project was made possible after receiving $10,000 in funding from Davis Projects for Peace. The project took 2 years to plan and 3 weeks to assemble. Wana encourages others to make goals and to help those in need.
Know what you want to do, believe in what you want to do, because you have obstacles in your way. But if you don't understand the reason why you're doing it, you will fall. You know, it's important to know why you're doing it and know what it means to the people that you're doing it for.
She says she plans to have a well installed in her home village once there's enough funding.
Those on Wartburg's campus had the chance to watch student-made Academy Award-winning films this past Wednesday. The Wartburg Film Society presented 5 films. The event was held in Luther Hall. The films have earned awards for Best Animated Film, Best Documentary, and Best Foreign Film. The Wartburg Film Society meets to watch and discuss popular and classic films. The group says they would be more than willing to watch films produced by Wartburg students.
We're always open to having, student films involved. Plus, we don't need to pay for the rights to show them, so it makes it a lot of a cheaper ordeal.
The Film Society meets every other Wednesday night in Luther Hall, room 330. That's all the time we have for tonight.
Thank you for joining us. Ooh.